Without a dedicated racetrack and the rapid development of the Metro Manila area, the circuit racing community was pushed into the suburbs. Street circuits such as those in BF Homes in Parañaque were constantly stressed by safety issues. Rallying, on the other hand, in closed and sparsely populated provincial roads provided a more viable alternative.
When I came into the picture, it was people not like Dante Silverio, Arthur Tuason, Robert Aventajado, and the focus had shifted from race to rally. I think this arose more out of necessity than anything else. The races that Sila Pocholo used to run, Dante was running by then, they used to hold these in the mga subdivisions and Ortigas. The streets were there, the buildings were not there, so that's where they used to race, no? But as buildings took over these places, there were less and less venues to hold these races. So slowly, the places where they could hold them disappeared. But you had all the rally roads you needed to hold rallies. So the focus started to go into rallies.
I was very much involved in rally. I stopped driving myself and became an organizer of these things. But also, you have motor racing or circuit racing. This was by another group. Ours was the Auto Rally Club of the Philippines. The other group was ARAP, no? Automobile Racing Association of Philippines. But mostly members of ARCP and ARP are all the same people. We help one another in the promotion of the sport itself. We already were rallying the tulip type, patterned after Europe. And Malaysia at that time was beginning to learn about how to rally. The route instruction was quite different. The rules were also different. To the extent that one rally champion said, "I'm going home." I said, "Why?" "This rally is for Mickey Mouse. I can't understand it." I said, "No, you have to understand that they are just beginning. How about your rally in the Philippines?" I said, "I'll invite you to our next rally, and you will enjoy rallying with us."
I actually came into the sport by accident. I was a good friend and client of Arthur Tuason, who used to sell cars. I'd spent a lot of time in his shop, and one day I was there, and there was a rally the next weekend, and his brother, Danny, was complaining that his navigator had gotten sick. So at that precise moment, I walked into the door, and they looked at me and said, "You?" I said, "What?" I said, "Do you want to navigate?" No, I said, "What's that?" And they said, "Oh, you just sit in the right-hand seat, you hold this set of notes, and you just tell the driver where the next turn is going to come from." It didn't sound complicated to me. So I said, "Okay, I'll try it." And when the car left the starting line, I was petrified. I was so scared that for that first stage, I couldn't even look at the notes. I said to myself, if I'm going to die in a car, I might as well kill myself by driving rather than being in the right-hand seat at the mercy of the driver. So I started driving. Basically, my mentor was Arthur. I began to get bitten by the bug.
I think it was the Gidol Rally. Somewhere in Nueva Ecija, they were building the highway, the Pan Philippines, and you have the culverts crossing the highway, and you have those humps. And we were going easily, we were going about 160, and those humps would get us airborne. I was driving at the time. So we were airborne in one of those humps. And when I looked down, we were in mid-air. And I looked down, I see an old woman crossing the highway and a tricycle waiting for her on the side. So you can't turn the car, you can't brake the car because you're in the air. So I just prayed, man. It's a good thing she saw, and she kind of did her best to run, and we missed her by the skin of my teeth. So my legs were shaking when we landed, and Darsing said, "Okay, I'll take over." He took over the rest of the trip.